So we're going to get started in Matsyasana, fish pose, much like last class. So if you have a block or a blanket, you're going to want to place it towards the back of your mat, and you're going to place your shoulder blades on the block and have your head on the floor, on the mat. Your arms can be extended out off the mat, making sure that the chest is nice and open here. Gently close down the eyes. Today's class is going to be focused on love and compassion. And through that, we're going to be doing a lot of heart openers, back bends, to help create space in the chest. Breathing deeply here. Maybe taking a 𝑭𝒍𝒐𝒘 breath. 𝑭𝒍𝒐𝒘 is an audible breath, much like the sound of the ocean. To achieve it, you gently restrict the throat. Take a few more breaths here. Slowly begin to come up out of the posture, moving the block or the blanket out of your way, crossing the ankles and rolling over the shin bones, coming into a tabletop position. Making sure that the shoulders are over the wrists and the hip bones are over the ankles, the knees. Taking some nice wrist stretches here by rocking forwards and back. Warming up the wrists. Flip the palms so that way the fingertips are facing the outsides of the mat, and rock from side to side, furthering the stretch. Option to stay here, or you can flip the hands so you're now palms facing up, the fingertips are pointed towards one another, and we're going to take some wrist push-ups here. Inhale to lower down, exhale to push back up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push back up. One more. Inhale to lower. Exhale to push back up. Return to a normal tabletop position. And let's take some cat-cows here. Inhale to arch the spine. The gaze is facing up. Exhale, look towards the belly button and arch the spine. Inhale, coming into cow. Exhale, pushing back to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take a few breaths here to your own pace. One more round. Then return to a neutral position. Taking puppy stretch here, keeping the hips where they are above the knees. slowly walk the hands further towards the front of the mat. This is a very intense stretch, so you can always have the option of bringing a block underneath the chest and lowering down, or option to take the full variation without the block. I'll move back so you can see me better. By walking the hands out and coming onto the chest and the chin. Breathing deeply here. Slowly begin to come up out of the posture and push back into your first downward facing dog of the evening, pedaling out the feet. Warming up the hamstrings and the calves. Maybe rocking the hips side to side. Really pushing through the thumb and the pointer finger. Then come into your expression of downward facing dog, whether that's with bent knees or straightened legs. Inhale to slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. This is our first fold here, so option to bend the knees and bring a block underneath the hands. Inhale to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands are either on the shins or on the upper thighs. The back is nice and flat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale to slowly rise up, bringing the arms up and over the head. Exhale, bring the hands through prayer and down to your side for Tadasana. Finding balance here, rooting the feet into the mat. On your next inhale, rise the arms up and over the head. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back into a high plank position, taking our first vinyasa. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale, bend the arms and slowly lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Option to take up dog with straight arms and the knees off the mat, or take cobra by slowly lowering the chest, keeping the legs on the mat. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands and slowly rise up, coming into high crescent lunge. Making sure that the knee is over the ankle, not passing and not behind. Option to slightly bend that left knee to help square off the hips. The arms are nice and strong. Slowly begin to pivot the legs so you're facing the left side of your room. The feet are parallel to one another. I'll turn around. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold, either with the hands on the hips or out in a T. Slowly keeping the chest nice and open. Lean forward and place the right hand at the center of your mat. Inhale to lift open towards the left side body, coming into a nice twist. Option to take a half bind here by flipping the left palm up towards the ceiling and wrapping it around the body, grabbing onto the right hip crease. The gaze is up towards the ceiling and the chest is still nice and open. Option to take this one step further by taking the right hand and grabbing onto the left ankle. Really twisting up towards the left. Slowly coming out of the posture. Bringing both hands to the hips. Slowly lowering up. Back to stand. Then cartwheel the arms back to the front of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right and take a vinyasa here. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, push it back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, place the foot in between the hands. Slowly rising up into high crescent lunge. Making sure the knee is in line with the ankle. Again, option to slightly bend that right knee so the hips are square. Keeping the arms nice and strong. Slowly begin to open back up into your wide-legged forward fold. As you exhale, slowly lowering the chest towards the floor. Keeping that chest nice and open and trying not to collapse. Bring both hands to the mat. Option to stay here, or you can bring the hands to the sides of the ankles. Maybe bending one knee at a time to further the stretch in the inner thigh. And then switching to the other side. Remembering to keep the chest nice and open. Come back to your regular wide-legged forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips and slowly with control, lower back up. Bring the hands and cartwheel them to the front of the mat. Bring the left leg to meet the right and take a vinyasa here. Inhale to lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, bringing the right foot in between the hands and slowly lower the left knee to the mat, coming into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Bring the arms to a cactus position. You should feel a nice stretch in the left hip flexor. As you inhale, arch the spine, coming into a gentle back bend. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, coming into half split, bringing the forearms to touch, finding balance here by engaging the abdominal muscles. Inhale, open the arms, taking that nice back bend, coming back to Anjaneyasana. Exhale, straightening that front leg, finding balance, engaging the core and bringing the forearms to touch. Inhale, open back up to Anjaneyasana. Exhale, coming back to half splits. Forearms are touching. Release the hands down and feel a nice stretch in the hamstring and the calf by flexing the foot. Bend the front knee, place the hands at the front of the mat, lift up on the back leg, bring the right leg back to meet the left, coming into high plank, and take a vinyasa here. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, 𝑐𝒑𝒆. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, pushing it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. Slowly lowering the right knee to meet the mat. Setting up for 𝑭𝒍𝒐𝒃 on the second side. The arms are cactus, and you should be feeling a nice stretch in the right hip flexor this time. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, straightening that left leg, coming into half split. The forearms are touching, the abs are engaged. Finding balance here. Inhale, back up to 𝑭𝒍𝒐𝒃. Expanding the chest. Exhale, pushing back to half split. Rounding the spine slightly here. Inhale, come back to 𝑭𝒍𝒐𝒃. The shoulder blades are touching. Exhale, push back into half split. Then lower the hands to the mat, keeping the left foot nice and flexed to feel the stretch in the hamstrings and the calf. Slowly begin to bend that left knee, bring the hands to the front of the mat, and step back into a high plank position. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale, lower down into 𝒑𝒆. From here, bring the hands slightly off the mat in front of you and push yourself up so your chest is expanded, coming into a seal position. Slowly walk the hands slightly closer to yourself, coming onto the fingertips, bending the elbows slightly, and bringing the right shoulder down towards the mat. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dropping the left shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Coming into cobra position, and then exhale, pushing it back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back, bending the knee and pointing the toe towards the left side of the room, coming into a scorpion dog. As you exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. Inhale, back up to scorpion dog. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. Last time, inhale, up to scorpion dog. Option to drop that right leg behind you, lifting the right arm up and off the mat, coming into a wild thing. The glutes are engaged here. The chest is nice and open. As you exhale, slowly bring the hand back to the mat. Lift that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand, closest to the edge of your mat, setting up for a lizard lunge. Feeling a nice stretch in that that left hip flexor. Slowly lower the left knee to the mat. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. And inhale to open up into a twist towards the right side. Breathing deeply here. Option to further this stretch by reaching back and grabbing onto the left foot. You should feel this stretch in the left hip flexor and the left quad muscles. The gaze is towards the back of the room. Slowly and with control, let go of that left foot, bringing it back to the mat. Bring both hands back to the front of the mat and step back into a high plank position. Taking a vinyasa here. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pushing it back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee and point the foot towards the right side of your room. Coming into scorpion dog. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale the leg back up to scorpion dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up to scorpion dog. Option to stay here or bring the left foot behind you, coming into a wild thing, lifting that left arm up and away from the mat. Finding space in the chest. As you exhale, slowly coming back into three-legged dog. Inhale and exhale, bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand, setting up for lizard lunge on the second side. Feeling the stretch in the right hip flexor this time. Slowly lowering the right knee to the mat. Rolling onto the outer side of the left foot. Opening up to a nice twist towards the left side body. Option to deepen the stretch by grabbing onto your right foot this time. Looking towards the back of the room, keeping the chest nice and expanded. Feeling the stretch in the right quad this time. Slowly and with control, let go of the right foot and bring it back to the mat. Bring both hands back to the front of the mat and step back into a high plank position. Taking your last vinyasa here, inhale to rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pushing it back into downward facing dog. Slowly come into a seated position. Bringing a block closer to the back of your mat. So you have it if you need it. Bring the feet closer to the hips, flat on the floor. Bring the hands to a robot position by bringing the biceps to the mat, closest to your sides. Slowly push the pelvis up towards the ceiling, engaging the glutes, coming into a bridge position, and pushing down on the biceps to help roll the shoulder blades closer together on the spine. Exhale to slowly lower down, bringing the arms flat on the mat. Inhale to come back up into your bridge position. Option to clasp the hands underneath yourself by bringing the shoulder blades closer to one another. Or you can keep your arms in that robot position if that helps you have better alignment. Slowly lower back down. For our last round of bridge, option to take any variation with clasp hands or not, or you can take the full variation of wheel by bringing the hands back towards the ears. The elbows are pointed up towards the ceiling. Slowly pushing off the feet and the hands. Coming into full wheel. Adjusting the feet as needed. If you're not taking full wheel, come up into your bridge position now. Holding here. And then slowly lowering one vertebrae at a time. Coming back onto the mat. Windshield wiper the knees here. And then the next time they come towards the right side of the mat, let them fall. Bring the arms to a cactus position and look over the left shoulder for a supine spinal twist. Option to deeper the stretch by bringing the right ankle on top of the left knee. Closing down the eyes if that feels good for you. Slow down the breath here. Bring the knees back up to center. Windshield wiper them here. And then the next time they come towards the left side of your mat, slowly drop them down, looking over the right shoulder this time. Option to cross the left ankle on top of the right knee to further the stretch. The arms are still cactus. The eyes are closed. Bring the knees back to center, rocking them side to side. Two options here. You can either take supported shoulder stand by bringing a block, lift the hips up kind of like you would in a bridge position, place the block or the blanket underneath the sacrum, which is the lowest part of the spine, and extending the legs up towards the ceiling to get a nice inversion. Or you could come into the full expression of shoulder stand by removing any prop you had, lifting the legs up towards the ceiling, placing the hands at the base of the spine. The shoulder blades are coming together and the legs are pointed up towards the ceiling. Your neck should be slightly constricted. Make sure if you're taking this variation that you don't look left or right, as that could injure the neck. Engaging all of the leg muscles, including the toes, keeping them nice and pointed here. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, release back on your mat. Maybe bringing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice hug, finding that love and compassion for yourself and for others. And then come into your Shavasana by extending the legs long on the mat. The ankles are wide. The arms are off the mat, palms facing up. Gently push on the back of your head and roll your shoulder blades together and then place them back down on the mat. Becoming still here. Maybe bringing that ujjayi breath back. Releasing any tension that you're holding. Just melting into the mat. The eyes are closed. As 𝒉𝒒 wrote in _The Sun and Her Flowers, the universe took its time on you, crafted you to offer the world something different from everyone else. When you doubt how you were created, you doubt an energy greater than both of us. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, bringing gentle movements back. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Take a nice good morning stretch here by extending the arms up and over the head, pointing the feet. And then slowly rolling onto the right side of your body, coming into a fetal position. Slowly press up with your left hand, coming back to a seated position. Bring the hands to prayer. at heart center. Remembering throughout the day and the week to find love and compassion for yourself and spreading that love and compassion to others. Option to chant Om with me here or just listen. Slowly inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking class. Please feel free to let me know what you thought, any suggestions.